Fernando Alonso's back injury. Why he sat out F1 Hungarian GP FP1. In a surprising turn of events, Formula One legend Fernando Alonso, https://motorsport.com/Fernando Alonso, found himself sidelined during the first practice session of the Hungarian Grand Prix due to a nagging back muscle injury. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the injury, Alonso is confident that he'll be able to complete the remainder of the weekend without any major setbacks. Aston Martin, Alonso's team, announced that reserve driver Felipe Drugovich would step in for the two-time F1 world champion during the FP1 session. Alonso's decision to sit out FP1 was a strategic move to manage the back muscle injury he sustained during the Belgian Grand Prix. Fortunately, he returned for the second practice session in Hungary without any significant issues. Post-FP2, Alonso shed light on the injury and assured fans that it wouldn't impact his performance for the rest of the race weekend. "It's a small injury on my back muscle in the lumbar area," he explained. "I need some rest, but the summer break is coming, so it's just 2 more days of managing the comfort in the seat. We found different solutions with air pads and other things that are working fine. I had no pain in FP2, which is a positive sign." While most people would take it easy with such an injury, Alonso believes it's manageable, especially since he doesn't experience pain while driving. Both Aston Martin drivers, Lance Stroll and Alonso, put on an impressive show during FP2, finishing 4th and 5th on the timesheet respectively. However, Alonso was quick to downplay the significance of these times, refusing to read too much into them. Aston Martin introduced an updated front wing flap on their relatively new front wing package, which was first unveiled at Spa-Francorchamps last weekend. Alonso commented, "FP2 felt good, but the balance is still not where I'd like it to be. A little bit of understeer mid-corner and struggling to rotate the car on the slow speed. But it's normal for a first practice of the weekend. Let's see what changes we can make overnight and review the data from the tests conducted in FP1 to put together the fastest car for tomorrow." And this is the part most people miss. Alonso's resilience and determination to push through the pain despite the injury is a testament to his unwavering commitment to the sport. It's a reminder that even the best in the business face challenges, but it's how they overcome them that truly sets them apart. What do you think about Alonso's decision to push through the injury? Do you think it's a wise move, or should he have taken more time to recover? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Photos from Hungarian GP. Practice Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. https://www.motorsport.com/F1 Galleries of Hungarian GP Friday. 3750557. Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. https://www.motorsport.com/F1 Galleries of Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. 9322. Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. www.motorsport.com/F1 Galleries of Hungarian GP, Friday. 7149791. Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. https://www.motorsport.com/F1 Galleries of Hungarian GP, Friday. 7149758. Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. https://www.motorsport.com/F1 Galleries of Hungarian GP, Friday. 7149754. Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. 9322. 7149737. Hungarian GP, Friday, in photos. https://www.motorsport. Fernando Alonso reveals back injury details. Aston Martin's strong start in Hungary FP2. In the high-stakes world of Formula One, even a minor injury can become a major talking point. Fernando Alonso recently opened up about a back issue that has been affecting him as Aston Martin gears up for an exciting weekend in Hungary. But here's where it gets controversial. How much does driver discomfort truly impact performance, And should teams be doing more to address these challenges? Let's dive in. When questioned about his condition, Alonso was candid. "It's the same as yesterday. It's going to be like this the whole weekend." He revealed that he's dealing with a small muscle injury in the lumbar region of his back. While it might sound manageable, the reality is that racing at such an elite level requires immense physical resilience. Alonso admitted he needed some rest, but with the summer break just around the corner, he knows he'll have to endure for now. "It's another 2 days of managing the comfort in the seat," he explained. The team didn't leave things to chance. On Thursday, they explored various solutions using padding and other adjustments to help alleviate the pressure. These tweaks seem to be paying off already. "Yesterday, we found different solutions with pads and other things that are working fine," Alonso shared. "Today, I had no pain in FP2, so that is positive." However, he also pointed out something many fans may overlook. Every driver on the grid deals with their own share of aches and pains. The demands of piloting a Formula One car mean that discomfort is almost inevitable. As Alonso put it, others will have small pain and discomfort here and there. To better understand the extent of his injury, Alonso underwent an MRI last week. The results confirmed what he suspected, a minor muscle strain. For most people, this would warrant taking it easy for a couple of weeks. But Alonso isn't your average person. "I think it's manageable," he said confidently. "I don't have pain in the car, which is the main thing." This statement raises an interesting question. How much are drivers willing to sacrifice for their passion and profession? And at what point does pushing through pain become unsustainable? Shifting focus to Aston Martin's performance, there's plenty to talk about. Despite missing FP1, Alonso felt optimistic after FP2. "FP2 felt good," he remarked, though he noted that the car's balance still needs tweaking. Specifically, he mentioned experiencing understeer mid-corner and struggling to rotate the car during low-speed sections. These issues aren't uncommon early in a race weekend, but they do highlight the constant refinement required to stay competitive. "Let's see what we can change overnight," Alonso added. "A couple of tests that the guys did in FP1. We need to review the data and put together the fastest car for tomorrow." Meanwhile, Lance Stroll offered a measured response when asked about Aston Martin's standing among competitors. Although he finished 4th in FP2, less than a tenth of a second behind Charles Leclerc in 3rd place, Stroll remained cautious. "The timesheets on Friday, it's always hard to know what everyone is doing with fuel loads and all that," he said. Still, he expressed satisfaction with how the car felt, calling it a good balance overall. One name that stood out during practice sessions was Felipe Drugovich. Thrust into action unexpectedly, Drugovich faced a busier-than-anticipated day due to limited preparation time in the simulator. Yet, he handled the situation admirably. "I just got given the targets, and off we went," he recalled. "I think it was a pretty good session." His comments reflect both humility and determination, qualities essential for any aspiring F1 driver. Drugovich elaborated on his experience, noting that everything ran relatively smoothly despite the circumstances. "We got the data done that we needed," he said. Even with a soft tire run under his belt, a rare treat for any reserve driver, he acknowledged room for improvement. "My lap was a bit messy, full of traffic. And then after I had a massive lockup into turn 1 in the second half, which was probably not ideal," he admitted with a chuckle. "But I needed to try to get some fun out of it, so it was all good, no problem with that." As the weekend progresses, one can't help but wonder, will Alonso's injury affect his ability to push Aston Martin further up the grid? Can the team maintain their strong start heading into qualifying and the race itself? And this is the part most people miss. Are the strategies employed by teams to manage driver health truly enough, or is there more that could be done? Feel free to weigh in with your thoughts below. Do you think Alonso's perseverance sets a new standard for toughness in motorsport, or does it raise concerns about long-term sustainability? Share your opinions in the comments. Fernando Alonso's Hungarian Grand Prix participation in doubt. The participation of Fernando Alonso in the upcoming Hungarian Grand Prix is currently uncertain due to a back injury that has already led him to miss the first practice session scheduled for Friday. This situation raises concerns among fans and team members alike, as Alonso, who is the oldest driver on the grid at 44 years old, has had a challenging performance recently, finishing 17th after qualifying 19th in Belgium. In light of Alonso's condition, Aston Martin has decided to have their reserve driver, Felipe Drugovich, step in for the initial practice session, which will take place at 12:30 p.m. and will be broadcast live on Sky Sports F1. Following this session, the team will evaluate Alonso's status and determine whether he will participate in the second practice later that day at 4 p.m. Aston Martin released a statement indicating that Alonso has been dealing with a muscular issue in his back since the Belgium Grand Prix. As he continues with treatment this morning, he has chosen to sit out of FP1. Felipe Drugovich will drive in FP1 alongside Lance Stroll. A decision will then be made on Fernando's participation in FP2 and the remainder of the weekend in due course, the statement read. This careful approach highlights the team's commitment to ensuring Alonso's health and performance. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time Alonso has faced physical challenges during his racing career. Earlier this year, he disclosed that he was racing with a neck injury caused by a pinched nerve following the Australian Grand Prix. Such injuries can significantly impact a driver's performance and safety on the track. In a related note, Alonso's teammate, Lance Stroll, also faced his own health issues, missing the Spanish Grand Prix due to pain in his hand and wrist, which required surgical intervention. This raises questions about the physical toll that racing can take on drivers, especially as they age. Alonso's history with injuries in Formula One is quite extensive. He suffered a bruised elbow, knee, and thigh from a severe crash during the 2003 Brazilian Grand Prix. In 2015, he experienced temporary memory loss after a pre-season testing accident with McLaren, which forced him to miss the season opener. The following year, he was involved in a significant crash at the Australian Grand Prix, resulting in fractured ribs that kept him out of the Bahrain race. More recently, in 2021, he was involved in a cycling accident during the winter, but managed to recover in time for the new season. As the Hungarian Grand Prix approaches, fans are eager to see how Alonso's situation unfolds. The race weekend is packed with events, including practice sessions, qualifying, and the main race, all of which will be available for viewing on Sky Sports F1. For those who want to catch the action live, Sky Sports F1 can be found on channel 407 for subscribers, and there are options to stream the races through now without a long-term contract. With Alonso's health in question, it raises an important discussion. How do injuries affect a driver's career longevity and performance? What are your thoughts on the physical demands of Formula One racing? Do you believe that the sport is becoming too physically taxing for older drivers? Share your opinions in the comments.